Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope so you are fine and doing well. Grade 5 today I am going to discuss about chapter number 1 skeleton and bones. This chapter consists of so many parts like joints, human skeleton, different functions of human skeleton, fracture and so many other things. But in first lesson I am going to tell you about skeleton. What is skeleton? Skeleton means skeleton is the framework of different bones. Skeleton is the network of different bones. So let's start reading with me. Human skeleton. Human skeleton consists of 206 bones. We are actually born with more bones, about 300, but many fuse together. Underline the word fuse. Fuse means combine. As we grow up, these bones support our body and allow us to move. Bones contain a lot of calcium. Calcium means an element that is needed for strong bones. So what is the explanation of this paragraph? In this paragraph they are saying the human skeleton consists of 206 bones. Yes, in our body an adult human being is having with 206 bone. When a baby is born, it means he or she is having with 300 bones. But as soon as he or she will grow up, their bones fuse together, means combine together, and after fusion they will make 206 bones. So it means 206 bones are present in an adult human being. And then bones support our body and allow us to move. So grade 5th, just think, if you don't have bones, can you move? Is it possible for your body to move? No, it's not possible for you to move. So it means bones and skeleton provide us proper network and proper framework which helps you to move. So how does bones made? Bones can make with the help of an important ingredient which is called calcium. Calcium is an important element that is needed for the bone. Bones produce blood cells and store important minerals. Yes, there are so many important minerals present in our body. So bones are responsible to store these important minerals. Minerals like salt and potassium. So now switch to next paragraph. The longest bone in our body is the femur. Underline the word femur. This thing is very important. This can come in your MCQ portion, in your objective portion. The smallest bone is the stapes bone inside the ear. So I am going to tell you about two different very important bone. Number one is femur. Keep that in your mind. Femur is the longest bone. Femur is the longest bone which is present in our thigh. Thigh means the portion that is present above the knee and the portion that is present under the hip bone. And the stapes. Stapes is the bone that is present in our middle ear. Our bone is divided in our three parts. We have discussed this thing in our early classes, like in grade 4. I told you our ear has three parts: outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. So this type of bone, stapes, is the smallest bone which is present in the middle ear. This bone is also known as stirrup bone. So these two things are very important for your objective portion. Make a star on your page number 1. You can see here is the femur bone. This is the longest bone which is present in your thigh portion, and this is stapes. This is the smallest bone that is present in your middle ear. The next thing is our nose and ears are not made of bone. Yes. Now they are made of cartilage, a flexible. Underline the word flexible. Flexible means stretchable. Cartilage, underline the word cartilage. Cartilage means soft bone. A flexible substance that is present, that is not as hard as bone. So grade 5th, this is a very new word for you, cartilage. So what does it mean? Cartilage is also the name of the bone, but keep that in your mind. It is a soft bone. Yes, this bone is present in our ear. This bone is present in our nose, and this bone is present Yes, these are present in our nose and ears, and these are soft bones. You can move them. In this time, if you are going to hold your ears and nose and you are going to move it, you can see it can easily move. How they can easily move? They can easily move with the help of this cartilage bone. So this thing is also very important for the objective portion. So please underline this thing. This can come like our nose and ears are made up of what? So our nose and ears are made up of cartilage bone. Okay, so now I'm going to explain this human skeleton. This is very important. Now you can see our human skeleton consists of so many parts, like the number one is skull. Number one portion is skull, and then jawbone. Jawbone means our teeth area, those bones that are present in our mouth. And then collarbone. Don't get confused between collarbone and the shoulder blade. Please keep that in your mind. Shoulder blade is wider than collarbone. Collarbone is just above the shoulder blade and is just like a rod shaped, while shoulder blade is just like a blade shape, just as a wide range. And then here comes breastbone. This bone is present between our ribs. We can also say breastbone as sternum. Okay, and then there's the ribs. You people are very well known about ribs. We have discussed in our early classes. Ribs means you know very well about the function of ribs. It protects our vital organs that are present inside our ribs. And then vertebrate. Vertebrate means the bone that is present at the back. It is also known as backbone. And then hip bone. This bone is present at the starting of the leg. We can also call it as pelvis bone. So this thing is very important for the objective. Like, what is another name of the hip bone? So pelvis is another name of the hip bone. And then here comes the femur bones. We have already discussed about femur bone. This is the longest bone which is present in our thigh portion. And then here's the knee. Now I'm going to assign you a homework. Now just jump to page number 7. Now you can see part number C, label the skeleton. Here you people can see the picture of a human skeleton. You have to label this diagram very wisely and carefully. Grade 5th, please use lead pencil while doing this exercise. Okay, so don't write on this portion. You can see here a lot of space you can use. Name of bones. Number 1 bone is skull, and then skull. Then the second one is jawbone. I told you this is present inside your mouth. And then the third one is shoulder blade, and then collar bone. Okay, in this way, this is your homework. You have to solve this exercise very wisely and carefully. If you have any confusion, then you can take help from the previous diagram. Okay, and then so now I am going to explain joints. So dear students, please underline the word joints. Joints means a thing which is used to join two things, which is used to combine two different things. The place where two or more bones meet is called a joint. Okay, our meeting portion is known as joint. There are many different types of joints, including fixed joints, and then hinge joints, ball and socket joints. From this flow chart, you can see here is the joints, and you can see there are 3 types of joints. Number 1 is fixed joints. This type of joint is present in our skull. Why we call it as fixed joint? Because the bones that are present in our skull are totally fixed. We can't move them, so that's why their joints are also fixed, and we call it as fixed joints, and these are present in our skull portion. And then here comes hinge joint. Hinge joints are present in our knee and elbow. You people are very well known about knee and elbow. So these type of joints are present in our knee and elbow. Joints are present in our knee and elbow, so that's why we can move them easily. And then ball and socket joints. These joints are present in our hip and shoulder. Hip means that the pelvis bone and between the shoulder bone. So now you can see from the book as well. Joints. The type of joints: hinge joints, fixed joints, ball and socket joints. From these diagrams you can take help. This is super easy. With the help of this portion you can easily solve. Now just jump to page number 8. Now you can easily solve this. Where will you find a hinge joint? So this type of joint is present in knee and elbow. You are supposed to solve this exercise with your lead pencil on your book. Fixed joint, it is present in our skull. It consists of many bones. Ball and socket joint, these are present in our shoulder and hips bones. So this is your homework. You have to solve it. You can take, if you feel any difficulty, then you can easily take help from this page on page number 2. In our next video, I will share you about skeleton serves, how skeleton serves, the 5 major functions of skeleton, and then the types of different bones. So I have already assigned you a homework, so you have to do this homework and take care of yourself and your family. Allah Hafiz.